watchers, and welcome to another movie review today. I've just finished watching this and what a film it was. God damn, it was violent. And it's a film called The Mutilator, but it was originally called Breakfall. Is it Breakfall? Fall Break. This film was great. Is it Fall Break? Breakfall. Fall Break, if it was. And this film was great. It's like, the thing is about this film, like, you know who the killer is in the film, which is interesting. Sometimes it's always like, who's the killer is, and you find out who the killer is at the end. But this film, you actually know who the killer is in the film. And it's about this this kid, right at the beginning of the film. This kid is called Ed. He kills his mum by accident because she's like, at the beginning of the film, she's making a cake, like a birthday cake, right? And then you see him like trying to clean the guns, right? It's like there's guns in his cabinet, and it says so on the message board about telling his dad that he's cleaning the guns or something. But the thing is, though, I think that one of the guns are loaded for some reason, and he shoots his mum by accident, right? And it's pretty nasty actually. And the film kind of like goes forward later on, like I don't know, 10, 15 years later, or something. 10, I think 10. It goes years later anyway, where you see him older, so he's with his friends in this. Yeah, because there's like fat. Hang on, it's like 1, 2. There's like 6 of them, right? It's like they're all like together, like they're like friends, right? But they're like couples. There's like 3 guys and 3 girls, so it's like it's kind of like that. So anyway, so Ed gets invited to the condo house where yeah, it's like he gets invited to clean. He gets invited to clean lock up the condo house, right? From his father. Of course, there's a slight bit of a is that a good idea or is that a bad idea? So they're all kind of like, let's all go there to the house. You know, it's like on the beach. It's a really nice house actually. It's like, but the thing is, alright, it's the house where his mum died, and of course his father's like hiding out there. It's a bit of a spoiler actually, that was, but it's like a hotel. I'm trying to yeah, it's 1983. This film was 1984. So good, really well done film though. Really well. I mean, the violence in it, wow, pretty nasty actually. Pretty nasty film. Very gritty, nasty, and violent at the same time. Anyway, they go to the house, right? Of course, the thing is, alright, the house is unlocked. The door's open. They're thinking, one of the guys saying, something not right, you know. Is it Ed? I think it's Ed. I think it says something's not right, yeah. Anyway, they go there, right, to spend time there, as couples do. Then you see certain parts of the film where you see his dad hiding, like sleeping, and even having dreams of him murdering his own kid, which is kind of disturbing in itself. Because you actually see him murdering his own kid, Ed, before when he was young. So anyway, so they spend time together on the, of course, the stupidest part is the what happens in it? 2 of the characters, they go off together on their own, like on the beach, but then they end up in this like this pool. I don't know where the pool is. I don't know why you would have a pool on a beach, but anyway, so, I don't know, a pool on a beach. Why would you have a pool when you got a beach? So anyway, they end up in this this like pool. It's like another building. I don't know where it is. It's like you just see them go off somewhere. And and they go off somewhere. But the thing is that they're getting stalked by someone in the film, because you actually see, because it's like a part where they're actually having, they're getting undressed, right, they're going to the pool, right, but there's something in the pool, I can't remember what it was, there's some stuff in the pool. Anyway, so they go in the pool, right, and start making out and stuff, but then for some reason the lights keep going off. There's like these lights in the pool, they keep going off and on. But then for some reason, right, I don't know what happens, right, something weird happens. She's like on her own, right, swimming, he's like still in the pool with her, and he kind of goes under, and but then something grabs her underwater and drowns her, and you actually see getting carried away in the film. It's got some crazy moments in it. It's one part where I'll tell you the scene in a bit, right. This film some parts didn't make much sense, but anyway, I'm not saying it didn't make sense. I mean, why the hell does he jump in the pool? Why? It's this killer. It must have real stealth. Anyway, the other people, the friends, they go out looking for him, right? What do they go? They just go on the beach for some reason. Anyway, he goes up, then he pops out from nowhere. And he's like looking forever. Of course, the killer is leaving her knickers behind, and he's like kind of like using breadcrumbs to bring him back to the house, right? Yeah, because he's like leaving knickers and stuff. Like he brings it, so he kind of like draws him back to the house, which is quite smart because in the part of the film, like, there's one part where because he's kind of a good hunter, you see, so he's like. Because at the part where they go to the house, right, the first time, they actually see his, like, trophies from animals and stuff, which is nasty, you know. Isn't very nice. Yeah, because he carries this thing here, well, it's like a hook thing. And he uses this on the girl later on in the film, it's nasty as hell. Let's just say she won't be having sex for a while, that's for sure. Anyway. That image is fantastic. Actually, it's not nasty than that because he kind of does that, but he actually sticks his head. You know, he's like sharp things. He just puts his head on. It's like in a shed or something. It's not a shed. It's a garage. So. Anyway, it's at the bottom of the house. It's like a garage where he hides that and stuff like that. Anyway, he goes to the way back to the house, right, and there's like this creepy, like dark garage. It's like a bottom part of the house, you know, where there's like tools and stuff like that. The next minute, he opens the door, right. And next minute, Jesus Christ, he's like saws him, right? He opens the door and he nearly goes, whoa, shit. And he sticks this like thing inside him. I don't know why, it's like a saw thing. He starts cutting his stomach and stuff like that. And there's one part where, and then you see a part where he kills him, right? He kills the kid in it. And next minute, he starts, you know, like, what does he do? He starts like whacking, like putting their head in these sharp fucking spike things in the wall, right? And wait, it's freaky. The scene was freaky as heck. So yeah, freaky. Because the girl in it was like saying, "What are these strange sharp things in the skin? Why are they so sharp for?" Because there's the reason why. So it's a bit no nasty now, though, actually, you know. So yeah, pretty nasty film, I'd say. The killer in it is pretty scary. Actually, it's quite strong. Actually, yeah, it's called Four Breakers. It's Four Breaker. Something like that. It's got another name to it. It's called the Mutilator, but on the other cover, on the reversible sleeve, it's called another name. So anyway, so he gets killed, right? Of course, they're getting a bit scared. You know, they don't really get scared. They're on the beach, right? And they meet this guard or something. It's guards a lot on the beach. It's like a beach guard or something. What do you call him? A security beach guard, whatever you call. I don't know what you call him. Anyway, he's like looking around. Anyway, he's looking around. He's a bit suspicious about something, right? And then he's looking around the house, right? Because that's right. The kids on it, they're asking, you ever see these kids on the beach, friends, that they know, and he's like looking around, you know. So anyway, spoiler alert, he gets sliced. He sticks this like sharp thing right through his mouth, right? Because he's looking around the house, right? And he chops his head off, and oh, jeez, this film's quite nasty actually. I was like, Jesus Christ. Well, 1984 film is pretty full on the violence in this film. It's a good film though. It's not your typical like slasher film. Sometimes, right, it's always like who the killer is and stuff. Like this, you know who the killer is, but I suppose in a way it makes it more scarier. I don't know. Anyway, they all go back to the house, right, and they kind of go, they go, they play like a game called, what was it called, Blind Man Bluff. In other words, it's hide and seek, adult version of it. So yeah, it's like hide and seek because the girl says that she wants to stay in the house, right, while the other three are outside the house. The two couple, the three, the girls out, so she's like turns all the lights out, and they all like go in and try to look for her. But the funny thing is, right, she's like you can actually see her. And they're all like pretend it's all dark. It's quite funny because you think, I can see her, and then the rest of them like that. It's like me looking around this and blind as hell, but it's all light and stuff. That's weird. It's got some weird moments you think, how the hell did the bottom of the house is more darker than that? Jesus, but they seem to have less problems with looking around. It's weird. It's a lot darker. And it's like they got the lights on, but they seem to be blind. You know, it's weird. That seems even the killer like is looking around, goes, didn't see anyone. You must go to Specsavers, mate, because I can't. Anyway, so they're all like looking for her. Then they both find her. All three of them find. No, they both find her, right? And then the other guy kind of like he's just about to get hit from behind by the killer, and then he turns the light and he says no because he puts the light on. They're all like they all think, oh, let's all go to bed now. They all like have a drink, right? So then they go to bed, right? But the girl in it, the other guy, she tells him to lock up and stuff like that. They're back to have sex and stuff like that. So, of course, and then, but the thing is, he tells him to look for the other two. So, stupidest part is he goes out and tries to look for them. The other friends, which is stupid. I'd say just leave it till the morning, you know. Leave it till the morning when it's light and you can see everything because it's too dark. What they should have done, right, is go out, all in a group, and look for them. Not like go, let's spread up a little bit, because the other silly part is coming up next, what I'm going to say. So anyway, he goes off and looks for him, and he goes at the bottom of the house, right, where he's killed the other people. Where he stick the head on these spike things. Of course, he finds the knickers, the girl's knickers on the door, and he's like, he's about to nail the door now, and he thinks, is it knickers or bra? I think it's knickers, I think it was. So anyway, this is crazy, this part is right. So he opens the door, right? Next minute he's right there. The guy's, what does he do? Yeah, because he opens one of the doors, right? Next minute he's standing right there, and he sticks him right through this like foot right through his neck, and he's just freaking, sticks him to the freaking door. It's crazy. I think it's the door behind him. I think he opens. I can't remember now. But for some reason he opens. No, it's that door there, and he somehow twists his mind and sticks him to the door. So yeah, that scene was pretty freaky. I thought, Jesus Christ, well, he's an idiot doing that. He shouldn't have went out and looked for him, to be honest, because when you know something wrong is wrong, it's wrong, So yeah, it's bound to happen though. He goes off in his own mind and he gets himself killed. So, wow, the film's got some great death scenes on it. Honestly, God, it's like, let's just say it doesn't put horror films to shame. So anyway, what happens next? Anyway, the other two are like in bed together. Anyway, the other girl kind of goes off. She does the same thing. She goes and tries to look for him. Oh, what happens then? I can't remember now. The other two are like in the house on their own, right? Yeah, that's right. The girl's on, and then the guy's in the house again. The killer. I think he's the killer. Yeah, I think he's in there. Yeah, of course he's a killer. But and she's like worrying and saying, "Oh, something's not right." And she wakes the boyfriend up, the Ed, who is the kid in the movie at the beginning of the film. He killed his mum by accident. So they go off and look. So anyway, they meet the girl again. I can't remember where she was now. Was she outside or inside? I can't remember. So I'm a little bit out of it right now. I'm full. Anyway, they're like, something not right here. So they're all together, right? And they think, let's get the hell out of here. Screw the rest. Let's just get something not right here. Even they're thinking like something not right here. So anyway, of course they do the stupidest next thing in the film. So they're all gonna go downstairs, right? And they're all ready to look for the rest. And they think, let's just get the hell out of here, right? What happens in it? That's right. They're trying to look for the rest of the people in it, right? But then you go that way, we go this way. It's like, oh, here we go. Let me just guess. The girl's going to stealth on her own, right? The other two are going to, the man and girl are going to, that was just so stupid, that part. I thought, wow, that makes you don't let the girl go off on her own. Jesus Christ, no, the idea is to stick together. If you've got a killer on the freaking beach, right, you stick together, full stop. More of a freaking... So anyway, she kind of like wanders off this way, and the next minute the killer's right there, and kills and picks her up. What does he do? He picks her up, right? Takes her back underneath the condo, right? The house, whatever we call it, condo man, and he puts on the table, right? And he fucking gets this shot, freaking like it's like it's that, right? He puts and he sticks it right through the vagina. I thought, Jesus Christ, man, that's pretty painful. That scene was. If I was a woman, I'd be like, ooh. Ooh, that scene was painful for women. I tell you, it's like when men's balls get fucking squashed in a mover. It's like, I know exactly how that feels, trust, but it's painful. It's one thing, worst thing of being a man is having balls, that's for sure. So, yeah. That seems nasty. So anyway, they pop up again. The Ed and his girlfriend. They kind of went, she's disappeared now. What's going off? So they go into the bottom of the house where she got killed. Right, next minute they find her dead. Right, and her head's been sawed off, like cut off. The next minute he comes in, the killer. The stupidest part is he kind of like. He puts her in this like room, right? He locks her in. I thought that was the stupidest thing to do. You don't lock her in the bloody room. Okay, it's to protect her, but at the same time, it's kind of put her in danger because how's she going to get out if she wants to run? So yeah, good stuff though. So he gets attacked by the killer, right? And she tries to distract. The killer's just about to kill her, and she tries to distract him by whacking the door open. Well, then he injures, the killer and the mutilator, what we call him. He's, I won't say who he is because don't want to do too spoilers here because you've got to watch the film to but it's not really a spoiler because actually in the beginning of the film you know the killer is on it. So anyway, he does something to his leg. Right, next minute she like stabs him with this sharp. She gets this sharp thing on the finger. Of course, it doesn't kill her, of course. So they both go to the car, the door. They go into the car, right, to drive off. The thing that the car won't. Something wrong with the car, right? Of course, there has to be something wrong with the car that would have got away then. Next minute, she turns the light off. I think it turns the light off of the car on. To see, next minute the body disappears and next minute he's on the top of the car trying to stab him with a knife and everything. He's got his like really sharp freaking thing. I don't know what it's like a axe thing. I don't know what it is. And next minute, a police car pops up, right? A police car. So they're driving backwards into this like bricks. And next minute his legs are like coming off. It's like all freaking. It's all like mangled and stuff. His body is like bottomless. Legs that like come off like that. And next minute, they kind of like the cops telling the girl to drive away a little bit so he can. Next minute he's like all freaking mangled or stuff. Like you can see his legs off. But the thing is, though, it's how crazy this character is, right? He kind of like he stabs the complete. He gets the police officer and chops his legs off. It's crazy. He actually still has time to try to kill the officer too. So that's how crazy this guy is. He literally is nuts as hell in this film. The guy, like I said, it's a bit of a clue who the killer is. He's at the beginning of the film. Bit of a. So it's not really a spoiler because you know who the killer is in the film anyway. So yeah, it's a good film though. A really good film. The end part's pretty good too. It's kind of sad actually to the same time because she's in hospital and she looks sad because her friend's been murdered, and he's like, things will be okay now, but there's protection, protecting and stuff like that. And it's sad because you think if you lost your friends, like you'd feel exactly the same because you've lost all your friends, been murdered by a complete lunatic. So I did like the sad part. It's actually kind of sad. Seeing the last part, it's quite sad. So yeah, I love the music in it. It's fantastic. Good 1984 film. What film was it directed by? Yeah, it's like this is the unrated version. This is that full blown gore. The violence in this film is crazy as hell. So yeah. So when it's a film between 1 and 10, I don't know. So yeah, good film, very good film. So sorry if I'm a little bit rushing a bit because it's like it's been a while since I've done a review. So right, between 1 and 10, right, I'll give this film a 8 out of 10 because I think it was a solid horror film. Great, solid acting, good practical horror, violent effects. I'm a good. The thing is though, I don't really like violence. I do like watching violence in movies, but in real life I'm not keen on it. When I see blood and guts, but I like watching violence in movies because it's not real. It's a bit of fun, unlike ours. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just like watching violence in movies. Full stop. I'm fine with violence in movies because I know it's not real, but that's what I like it for. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for the Mutilator, or Fall Break. Was it called Fall Break or Break Fall? So Fall Breakers, is it? I think it's Fall Breakers. So anyway, here we go. 8 out of 10 for Fall Breakers, the Mutilator, what it's called. Good film, definitely worth watching. Never seen it, check it out. Awesome. So I'm going to come down, so. Anyway, before I go off, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. You have a nice evening and check this film out. It's great. It's really good. Have a nice evening and don't let them crazy person chase after you. When you go on a condo house, what do you call it? Make sure it's safe. There's no person hiding at the bottom ready to murder you. So, have a nice evening. Take care and be well. Bye.